welcome back to the channel. So in this episode, just doing a bit of an update on the Chevy, the old 57 Chevy. So where we're at with it, we have been waiting for some parts. We've also sent the engine off to the engine builders down at Westend Peformance, and they were just going to basically take it apart. Well, I've already taken it apart, but they were going to go through the engine and check all the tolerances, check the balancing and everything like that, and then they were going to reassemble the engine and put it on the dyno for us. So we thought we'd bring you along with us. We can drop the parts off there, and then we're going to go back to the workshop. We've got a bunch of packages that arrived for the Chevy, for the steering, suspension and what have you. So we'll go ahead and we'll show you all that as well. So I hope you enjoy the video. It's alright, just relax. I'll take all the boxes in myself. Got all the good stuff here. Got the MSD. We've got the Terminator Max fuel injection. I love these, eh? I've got these old school tablet covers. Beautiful. Just repolished them. We'll just go in and we'll talk to Sam and we'll just find out, what they're going to be doing with the engine. Hey Sam.
How are you?
Good to see you, mate. So yeah, we've dropped these parts off and we just wanted to sort of talk to you about what we're going to do with this engine.
Yep.
So we've brought it to you. Apparently it was already rebuilt in the past, but you've gone through, and if you don't mind, could you tell us what you've sort of done?
Yeah.
Just sort of checked it away.
I'll find the job card in the 150 jobs I got. Yeah, so with your engine, we stripped it. It was a fresh engine. I think it'd been sitting for a long time.
Yeah, it had been sitting since, I think, the late 80s or early 90s apparently.
Okay.
It had been basically put in storage.
So the standard procedure for us is to pull it down, visual inspection. If everything looks fresh and it's been done, then we go that next step and measure everything to make sure it's on spec. If we're not happy with something, I think we gave the block a hone.
Yep.
We balanced it. The cylinder heads were stripped. We CC'd them, checked all the valve springs, a few gaskets, some bearings and rings.
You mentioned valve springs. Are we going to be replacing the valve springs on that? Because you redid the heads to run on unleaded fuel, correct?
Yes, definitely getting some valve springs because they're light.
Yeah.
They only had 70 pounds on the seat, so that's basically a standard, idle to 3,000 RPM engine. So 70 pounds on the seat is very light. Or they're tired from sitting there for a long period of time,
without moving.
Yeah.
No, I understand. Okay, cool. All right. Well, we've got all the bits here. Is it Terminator Max or Terminator
X Max?
X Max.
X Max to control your 480 transmission.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right. No dramas. So, what about the cam? What sort of cam are we going to put in?
We're going to put in a camshaft to suit your application. I think this thing was a driver. I think when we discussed this.
Yeah, we were just
it was many months ago.
I was hoping that we'd get somewhere over 400 horsepower, or that sort of thing. What do you think? What's your guess?
I don't think I've locked the camshaft in yet. I don't think we've purchased the cam. So what we'll probably do is get all the parts, lay it all out, see exactly what we have got here, what we don't. Once again, it came in as a complete engine, so I don't know how much of that stuff we're going to utilise. We'll see what we're going to use. But, we're not chasing a big number.
No.
It's going into a
57 Chevy.
Yeah. You want a sidekick? Okay.
Alright guys, we're just going to take a bit of a walk through the workshop. Sorry if the sound is not so good.
That's your block there.
Oh, that's my block there. Okay.
Machine's complete.
Looking nice.
Yeah, so down through here, obviously. A bunch of vendors on the build.
Look at this place, will you? Yeah, good. I think I need to take a couple of these home if that's okay.
Yeah, so boys down here working away.
Yeah,
it's a ton of blocks.
This is humongous.
Guys up this neck of the woods doing cylinder heads. Yeah, cleaning up the stripping area.
Yeah. So this is another part of your business, Sam. Just tell us what this is. Just a general workshop.
This shop this shop's sort of more the project stuff that's going on. We've got a hub dyno in there next door.
Oh yeah,
where we do our
just have
hub tuning, chassis type tuning.
Oh yeah, so there's the hub dyno.
Yeah, it's a 2500 at the wheel style dyno. So
2500 at the wheels.
Yeah, well, we get a lot of race car guys that rock up with turbos, nitrous, blowers, all sorts of
Oh my god.
Yeah, in here a little bit of fab.
All right, so this little Tirana, that's obviously a drag car.
No, it's a street registered car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a street registered car. This is this thing's copping some tubs and a tunnel.
Oh yeah.
We've had Brett come down and do some work.
What's this? Is this a VK?
It's a VL.
A VL.
VL, yeah. Turbo 6. Like a
RV. I love the. I had back in quite a long time ago, but I had a VL Calais with the Turbo 6 in it. Yeah. And it was it was probably almost this colour. It was a maroon colour. Yeah. Burgundy colour.
This is a it's got an RB30. Down there we've got an XB coupe with a blown EFI 427 arrow blocked Cleveland.
That's insane.
With a turbo 400 conversion.
Right. That's sick.
Holly HP. Yeah, it's getting a fuel system, brakes all round, a whole bunch of stuff.
That's a mad looking car.
The Buick behind you is a 50, I think it's like a 53. That's getting a 350 Chevy Turbo 700, a 9-inch. So that's getting a driveline. The VK, where these are all jobs that are getting motors and stuff built at the moment. So
are these all customer cars?
All customs cars, yeah. Actually, well, tell a lie, the Tirana's mine.
Oh, okay.
And this is my son, so we definitely can't see any customer. Yeah, the engine's nearly there. The VK's in for it's going to get like it'll be a 355, but it'll be something that looks like an original motor. We're going to put a TKX, like a Tremec 5-speed. Okay. I think we're going to resto the factory diff. So yeah, it's painted, it's trimmed, it's very nice. Yeah. And you're ready to rock and roll.
I'm in love with the coupe.
Yeah, the coupes are nice.
I like the interior too. Yeah. Do you have any idea what that interior is from?
No, the car came to me as a roller, already trimmed up. And yeah, the rest we're sort of in the process of doing. It's copying the wiring next and some plumbing.
What sort of horsepower would that be?
Yeah, the motor makes about 800.
800? 800. Cool.
Nothing crazy. It's like 10.
No, well that's good. Yeah.
10 pounds of boost. Yeah, so it's just coming along well now. It's not too far away from.
And what else you got going on here?
So next door we have the other workshop, which is basically our in and out. It's like day-to-day work. We've got a bunch of race cars in the car park there. So it's like an 1800 horsepower big block in a like an LX hatch, which will probably do some duties that it's a summer nats, power cruise, power play. It might do some street outlaw stuff. Yeah. The little Cortina, it's got like a 800 horsepower nitrous assisted small block forward.
So that's just kind of a moderate type of cruiser.
Well, it's what people want today, Yeah. They're building these cars to enjoy. Yeah. Not as all out race engines, but they are all out race cars, really. I mean,
that's sick.
It's a pretty impressive sort of looking motor.
That's crazy.
Little Ford. Again, we only just finished this about a week ago.
Yeah.
It's fitted to the car, get it ready to rumble.
So this is 800, did you say?
Yeah,
800 horse?
800 on the spray, yeah.
Yep.
VK, we just finished a 450 Cube LS.
Yeah.
It makes 600 at the wheels.
600 at the wheels, wow. Well, this is a nice looking XY, is it? Or?
Yeah, so this is a Falcon we did an engine for probably about 3 or 4 years ago. The guy called me up and said it ain't running right, so we put it on a trailer, bring it down. If you don't know what you're doing, put it on a trailer, bring it down. And just basic checks, plugs and covers out, off, lash, check springs, check bush rods. A lot of this stuff, they go out there, give them a hard time, and they drive them once a month, and when they do, they
flog them.
Try to kill them.
Oh, I love the Chevy.
Yeah, the 55
55, yeah.
Yeah, we've just done a driveline front brake conversion.
What are the wipers out of control, are they? I know they've got a couple of big blocks holding them down.
They're the handbrake when we take it outside. So yeah, 383 small block. I think it makes sort of 520.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's just a driver.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've got big wheelwoods on it. We're waiting for the axles, and we're going to put a diff in it, true track, 9-inch wheelwood kit, billet axles.
Mm-hmm. Do you do the diffs, or do you get the diffs outsourced?
The diffs we've outsourced to a PHAT guy.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a RB30 VL that we're converting to. So now it's 427 LS, iron blocked LS with a 2650 Harrop supercharger.
Right.
It's turbo 400. Should make. Look, we're aiming for 800 at the wheel with that.
800 at the wheel.
It's manual E85. We're hoping to make between 800 and 900.
With the superchargers, I've got this coupe which I'm building. I don't know if you saw it on the channel or not. Where we're utilising a Coyote engine. We took a 2016 Mustang and we're using it as a donor
car. We haven't done much with them, but I believe, good thing. Yeah,
so I'm thinking my long-term plan is looking at whether we put a Harrop supercharger or a Whipple supercharger on top of that Coyote. So
really good system, reliable, fast.
Yeah, and literally bolt on. I understand
some
on a Coyote.
Some of them are. Yeah, some of the kits are really good.
Yeah.
Robbie. So this is a car that's just come back from paint.
Yeah. Beautiful colour.
Yeah. HT Monaro, 383 small block, 871. It makes. I think we made 770.
770.
Yeah, pump gas. It's a driver.
At the flywheel or
at the flywheel?
At the flywheel, yeah. Really like that
nice
colour.
Car, beautiful colour.
Yeah.
Really nice look. I think it's got that sort of 90s, 80s look, really.
Yeah, that tough, down low.
Yeah, big tyre.
Yeah. And that really suits a lot of these old cars. I mean, I like all the different looks, but I really think this doesn't get old.
This is our generation.
yes, exactly. Yeah, that's what we were doing back in the 80s and 90s. We're putting, 15-inch wide wheels on.
If we only knew where these cars were going financially,
we would have put 100 of them.
We would have bought a big shed.
Yeah, it's exactly right. Yeah. Oh, thanks heaps, Sam, for giving us a tour around the place.
This other one is just a Falcon that got towed in. Guys recently purchased it. Engine.
It broke. Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, so it's fitted a new engine. It's a 351. Look, it's not a race motor. It's a driver.
Okay.
But have some fun with it.
Yeah.
All right.
No, well, thanks again, Sam. I really appreciate the tour, mate. And we'll see you again soon.
Thank you.
All right, so obviously back at the workshop now, and we really enjoyed that little tour by Sam down at Westend Peformance. That was, honestly, guys, that was quite unexpected. And yeah, Sam didn't even know that we were going to film. We basically turned up, said, "Sam, is it all right if we turn the GoPro on?" He's like, "Oh, yeah, okay, no worries." And yeah, it sort of went from there. So apologies if the sound wasn't so good, but as I say, it was all off the cut, not planned. We didn't mic anybody up or anything like that. So anyway, so we're back here again at the workshop, and as I mentioned earlier, we got all these parcels which arrived for the Chevy, and we haven't even unpacked them, so we thought we might unpack them with you guys and lay them out on the tables and just see what we've got. So yeah, let's do it. Let's start unpacking. Look at that. That's a sight that you couldn't be unhappy looking at, eh? I am like so stoked. That's just awesome. All right, let's just go through and I'll sort of explain what we've got one by one. So here we've got a right-hand drive conversion steering rack, purposely built for the 57 Chevy, or Tri-5, so anything from 55 to 57. Look at the finish on that, just beautiful. Ready to install. So these are, as I say, purposely built for the 57, so that'll line up with the stock holes on the 57 chassis. Then we've got a collapsible and I think tilt steering column from I Did It. And then the RideTech front sway bar, pretty beefy looking one. And then coming over here we've got RideTech upper and lower control arms. We've got the RideTech spindles, which are 2-inch drop spindles. We've got the RideTech coilovers, these are for the front. And then coming along to the rear we've got the RideTech coilovers for the rear. And then this is part of the cross member for setting up the 4-link. So this is a RideTech 4-link setup. So again, this RideTech setup for the rear, this 4-link setup, is purposely built for a Tri-5 Chevy. So it's basically ready to install and bolt in. Now, I did mention earlier that I was going to be using a Pro 9 setup, and I did purchase the Pro 9 setup. I've still got it over there in boxes. And it's, you know, it's a very high quality setup, but I decided to go with the RideTech because it's basically almost bolt in, and it was just going to save me a lot of time in the build. So I'm just going to leave the Pro 9 one there. Maybe I'll use it for another project, or maybe somebody else might want to buy it off me. But that Pro 9 one is a sort of a generic type setup for any sort of any Tri-5 Chevy or Holden or anything like that. So there's a lot of fabrication involved, and because I've got all of these projects on the go, I wanted something that was going to save me a bit of time. So I thought I'll go for a setup that's, you know, purposely built and something that matches the front and the rear match, so this car should handle really, really well. So I'm just wrapped with that. So yeah, pretty awesome. All right guys, that's it. Thanks for watching, and again, please like, share and subscribe the video. I hope you liked it anyway, and we'll catch you again in the next one. So thanks for watching.